First, I want to thank everybody for coming here today and welcome here to East Brunswick if you haven't been here before. A couple of years ago, I actually had one of the newspapers interview me because I had just found out, or they had just found out, that Kmart was going out of business and they were going to be closing down the Kmart, which for anybody who grew up here in East Brunswick, this was sort of a sentinel place that everybody knew about. And they said, "Oh, can I have a quote? What do you think about that?" And I said, "Oh, thank God." And the reporter was like, "What do you mean, thank God? I mean, people are losing jobs. A business is closing." I said, "It's evolution. You know, we don't have a buggy strap business any longer because guess what? People don't drive horse and buggies. The world's changing, and the industry was already recognizing that. Jobs were already moving to other places. They were already contracting in front of our eyes and dying, and people were getting jobs elsewhere, and it was the time for us to move on." And so anytime you move on, there's always, well, what is the next step? What is going to happen to this big building? Is it just going to sit here as an eyesore or a testament to what's been going on in the economy over the last couple of years as big box stores go out of business? And then came Carey. And with his vision and working with the town, the goal was to try to restore, reinvigorate, redevelop these big box stores into things that are meaningful and useful today in the economy that we're working with here in 2021, and to adapt. And that's what I think we've done. So for all the other store owners that were worried what was going to happen, all they need to do is take a look at this complex and realize what a wonderful job you've done, when our greatest worry was this was going to sit here vacant and take away from our community. So on behalf of our community, I want to thank you for investing in our town and having faith in it. Now, of course, I knew you had a little bit of a feeling for East Brunswick since you and Fran live here, but you really went to the extreme and we couldn't be happier. As far as CubeSmart moving in here, these are, again, the type of businesses that come from the change in the economy. As people move, as people look for new quarters, maybe downsize, maybe look to right size, these are the type of facilities that are becoming more and more necessary. We don't have very many in the town, so we welcome you here. And with that said, I was hoping, Carey, you could talk a little bit about CubeSmart and your vision for the rest of this complex.
Thank you, Mayor Cohen. You've been wonderful to work with, you and your administration, and helping us see our vision through and believing in us and going along with our plan. So I thank you very much for that. I'd like to thank everybody who's here in attendance today, members of our corporate team, too many to name, but really without each and every one of you and your support in all facets of our operation, we would not be the company that we are today. So I thank each and every one of you. I'd like to thank Francine, who's our general counsel, and my wife and our kids, Scott, who's holding this side of the ribbon, Rachel this side, Elisa, who is somewhere out there, and Eliana, who's over there. So thank you all for showing your support and being with us here today. As the mayor said, you know, this was a dated business that had closed in the town of East Brunswick. We have other properties in town that we were able to either buy and enhance or reposition, and we saw no greater opportunity than that for this location, with transforming half of the space for the self-storage need based on the new housing that's coming to the township, apartments and whatnot. And then, of course, the front portion of the building is retail. Crunch is a gym that opened up, Crunch Fitness, that just opened up within the last few days, and they are a great gym facility. The clothing center is in this location and has been here for many, many years, I think 30. And they were actually in this part of the building where we're standing right now, but have moved toward the middle of the building, closer to the retail component of the complex. We do have other retail space available, and we're hoping that retail or office, whatever makes sense in this environment, we hope that we're going to attract other users to fill the rest of the complex. As far as CubeSmart itself, it's open every day, and then of course people can come and bring their odds and sods and things that they need to store here after the office is closed as well. People get an individual code. One thing that's unique about this location is all of the units, for the most part, are climate controlled, so that's generally considered a bonus at other locations where it's a premium and only certain parts of the facility offer that. At this location, just about every unit is climate controlled, and we have 1,100 units to offer. It's a great place to play hide and go seek with 1,100 spaces, and we're very grateful that so far the community has shown a major interest in the space that we have here for this time of year and for the environment we're in. We're doing quite well in the 35, 40 days that we've been open.